Hi, Paul Slacker's Good News Broadcast. Speaking of Carol Kana. Hi, Carol. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
Good. Carol's the Director of Community Affairs for Give to the Troops, and they have a website called givetothethroops.org. Support our troops with a good night's sleep. Comfort Our Troops program will send pillows to soldiers serving Americans overseas. Great. Thank you so much for doing this. And I see you have a partnership here with Sleepy's. So tell us what's going on. Thank you.
All right. Give to the Troops is an organization that started in 2002 by Andy Grant in Connecticut. Her husband was a deployed Marine, and he went over under Operation Iraqi Freedom, and when he was over there, he told her how there were a lot of men and women out there who really did not get anything from home. They didn't get cards, they didn't get packages for whatever reason. So she started collecting items locally, churches, schools, that kind of thing, and helping him. They sent items to these people, and it has now become a national organization. Since that time, we've sent 90,000 65-pound boxes to the troops, basically supporting over 1 million troops.
Wow, that's marvelous.
And the nice thing is that any serviceman or woman in a war zone can go to the website and they can request items that they specifically can use.
Wow.
There are a lot of organizations that do help the troops, but not with specifics. We've had people who've asked for air fresheners, or who've asked for fly paper in the summer because the flies are so bad. And we'll just, if we don't have it from people that donated, we go out and buy it. We've had people who wanted microwaves and microwave food we've donated. So it runs the gamut. And what happened was Sleepy's heard about what we were doing in Connecticut, and their local Connecticut store did a program and donated 300 pillows. The national organization for Sleepy's realized that this was a great program, so during the month of February, for anybody that goes and purchases a Tempur Pedic pillow at their stores, they will donate a travel pillow to the troops. Those will come to us, and then they'll be packed in with all our other goodies that we send out to the troops.
Oh, good. What a beautiful outreach. Thank you so much for doing it. I see also that 20 million letters and cards from caring citizens. How does that So how does someone do that?
That's through Xerox. Xerox did a program with us where you can actually go to a website of Xerox, and it's called Let's Say Thanks, and you can send out a message to the troops. But we also accept people that just write notes and send us notes and cards to send to the troops. A lot of the school programs, the teachers will either have them make cards for different holidays, or a lot of times at Veterans Day time or Memorial Day times of then, they will have the kids write letters to the troops, and those come to us, and then they get included. We always include letters along with whatever package, and we love when there's actually homemade kinds of things and things from the kids, because they always thank us. And that's the other thing on the website. If you go, there's a link for items we request, there's a link for different programs we do, and there's also a link showing letters from the troops. So you can actually see where your items have gone. There's letters, there's pictures. Whenever, they try to write a thank you note to us. And it's amazing because we're only sending a little bit, and everybody is just, oh, you're so wonderful. And I always think of it as, we do so little compared to what they do. But they have the niceness, and they understand that it needs to be thanked.
I agree with you extremely much.
Yeah.
So totally and utterly, we've done many shows. We did some beautiful shows with the USO, and we got those shows over during the holiday times, way back in more the Iraqi kind of time and other times. And let me ask, I see something here with animals as well.
Right.
What's that?
One of the programs that we have is the canine program. The military trains the dogs for bomb sniffing or security dogs, and basically sends them over with food, and that's about it. So we support the canine units. Dog beds, treats, snacks, toys, Furminator brushes to brush them, shampoos for the dogs. And by helping the dogs, we're helping the troops that are handlers, because the dogs are happier, they're happier. So anything we can do to boost the morale One of the other things we do is we send a lot of items in Ziploc bags, and they always have a message of support for the troops, and they reuse those bags.
Uh-huh. I see some big thank yous from the troops here as well.
Yeah.
I see letters, or I see pictures. They big thanks from Iraq. Boy, you must all feel really darn good being involved with what you're doing.
I think we do, and I always tell people, I says, if you want to really feel good and to really feel that you can make a difference, go read those letters, and you'll want to help. It's just such a nice way of showing that we really care, and it doesn't cost a lot of money. I mean, it's not a lot to help somebody.
So now you're mentioning Xerox, you're mentioning Sleepy's, and then I see lots of food in a box here. Are these also donated foods?
Yes, most of what you're going to see in those packages are all donated. Once in a while, we spend some of the money that's come in for special request things, for people that have asked for things and we don't have them. But a lot of the basics are requested, and they're donated. And we've been very lucky that the donations have been pouring in.
Uh-huh. Well, it's a beautiful thing that you do. I'm sure, what's his name, Andy, did you say?
Andy.
Where's Andy today?
Andy's is working.
Andy must be feeling pretty darn good about what is evolved.
Yeah. She's a wonderful person, and that's why people get involved, because she's just so great. She really just, she basically works full-time and runs this program.
I think in the old days during the war periods, I guess the men would go off to work. I don't mean to be sexist by any means here, but, in the old days you recollect, men would go to the war and women would be here and they would be making packages and they would be doing things, right? I mean, that was the way it was, right?
Yes. Yep. And that's the way it should be. I mean, I tell a story of donating a doll. There's part of what our mission is to let these people realize that we're there to help. And by helping their children, you help the parents. So there are special units that what they do is they go out to the villages and they help. They might be building a road, they might be building a school, they might be just talking to the parents and the kids. So the story I have is that after Valentine's Day, about 2 years ago, I guess it was now, I went out and bought stuffed animals at the stores. They have them on cheap because it's after the holidays. And the kids don't care whether it's, after Valentine's Day. These kids have nothing. And I bought a specific animal, and it was a horse that held a heart. And I paid $1 for it. And I remember buying it because it was very different. I was looking for items that didn't necessarily look Valentine's Day. It doesn't say Happy Valentine's on it. And about 2 months later comes this letter from one of the Marines who had gone out, and he had distributed it. And he told the story of him going to this village, and they had all these items from the troops, which usually they're happy if they can give the kid a pencil. Mm-hmm. And this time they had candy and they had stuffed animals, and he sees this little girl hiding in the corner. And he motions to her to come up to him, and he hands her this animal, and he explains what it looked like. And I visioned what I had bought. I knew it was the one I had bought because it was so unique. And the little girl comes up to him and gives him a hug and says, "I love you." Oh. And I always tell that story because I always say, look how I could help somebody for $1. And it goes a long way. So that's why we do what we do. It's not for the immediate. It's for the thank you at the end that you're helping somebody.
Well, you are good news. Your organization is good news. Give to thetroops.org, and that's give to with the number 2, thetroops.org. Oh, boy. Last question to you, even though this is good news. What's good news for you personally?
Getting out the word about Give to the Troops.
You're a blessed person. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.